Okay, nice. Um, I love this topic, actually. This topic is it's very cool topic. It's called sharing your lunch. Sharing your lunch, and it's lunchtime. I don't know if you have had your lunch yet, or you're about to have your lunch, but there's something that I would love to do more of, and that's share my lunch, whether it's at work, whether it's at family or friends. It provides a social connection and really boosts well-being, and it can also encourage mindful eating and lead to healthier habits. So sharing a meal is linked to increased happiness, reduce stress, and stronger relationships. And I recall I was working for a photographer once, like many years ago. And we would be busy, and I was his production manager, and he was taking pictures of food, beautiful food, and our mouth was all, everybody was like hungry because we were photographing food all day. But the one thing I liked about him is that we would stop for lunch, and he had a lady working for him, an Indian lady, and she would make a big curry every day. So we had a big feast, a big lunch that she would make, and the table would turn so you could help yourself. And the clients loved it, right? We would sit together, we would eat together, talk, comment on the food, but we were together, and we would do that for an hour. We would take a proper lunch break. I worked in construction, and a lot of the time we had deadlines, and I would try and encourage my staff to keep working, but they would say, I'm sorry, we take our hour lunch break. Our hour lunch break is sacred, and you cannot change that. You cannot force us to give up on that. And I was like, okay, I completely get it, right? And I respected that. But these days, when we have lunch or dinner, let's say a dinner, do we do we sit at the table with our family? I'm wondering if you do. I'd love to hear your comments. Do we eat our dinner with our family, or do we eat our dinner in front of the TV or in front of our phone? Okay. And it's such a wonderful opportunity for us to connect, to enjoy mom's cooking, dad's cooking, maybe your child is cooking, and to taste that food, enjoy the food, enjoy their creation, and be mindful and say, wow, this is very nice, it's yummy. And the conversation that happens around that is very special. But I'm worried. I'm worried that we have given up those special times where we share a meal together for watching TV or looking at our phones. Anybody that has a nice story about getting together for a family meal, I'd love to hear it, because I think it's slowly disappearing, and it's quite sad. And as we know, if we look in the biblical sources, Jesus would break bread and eat with his disciples, and it was a very spiritual communion. Yeah, in a family meal. Hey, there's something special about that. And what about at work? Do you sit with your colleagues? I know you've got a magic canteen in Towers. You've got a fantastic canteen in Sandton. When you eat your lunch, do you go and sit with your colleagues and eat together? Or do you eat your lunch at your desk? Why not? Why not go and sit with your colleagues? Why not sit down next to somebody that you don't know and make conversation? I know, it's a wonderful place for social interactions. And I think it's really, really important. There's a couple of wonderful things, and I'm going to pop some things in the chats, right? Because there are some great benefits to sharing your lunch with others. Firstly, it boosts mental and emotional well-being. All right, I'm putting that in the chat. There we go. Number one, it boosts our mental and emotional well-being. Because this sharing meals is really linked to higher levels of life satisfaction. It is a positive effect, and it also lowers levels of negative effect. All right, so it boosts our mental and emotional health. It really does. Great, Mashaba, thanks. Then there is mindful eating, which is point number 2. When we're sharing our lunch mindfully, mindful eating. Eating together can encourage us to be present, to savor your food and avoid rushing through your meal. Now, if we're eating alone and we're looking at the television or looking at our phone, we are not mindful of how much food we are putting in our stomach. And we're not chewing properly because we're not focusing on the food. We are focusing on Instagram or TikTok or what's on the TV, okay? So because of that, sometimes we can overeat. Sometimes we don't chew properly and we rush, maybe we rush our meal without savoring it slowly and enjoying it, right? So sharing our lunch and eating mindfully is very important. Then the third one is healthier habits. Healthier habits. I like this. Healthier, to be healthier. So the research show that people that share their meals tend to eat a more balanced diet with plenty of fruit and vegetables. All right. If we're going to be eating together, then we are going to have a more balanced diet rather than just eating what you want, rather than, because people are going to say, where's your greens? Where's your peas? Where's your spinach? That kind of thing. Then, of course, there is relationship building. Okay, I'm popping that in the chat. Relationship building. Because when we share a meal with family or colleagues or close friends, it strengthens our bonds and it creates lasting good feeling and good memories. So actually, there is less conflict within our team at work if we eat together, right? And there's a lot of stuff that comes up when we are together without being in a formal meeting setting, all right? We're more human. We're more talking about our emotions, about what's going on in our life, because there's a space for that, okay? Then point number 5 is reduced loneliness. I think I've spelled that wrong. Sorry, there's an E that's missing. So in this world, we are becoming more and more isolated. They say that young people are having less relationships, less intimate relationships. There are less marriages. People are not going out as much, okay? So it reduces loneliness. And then there's a wonderful cultural exchange as well. So one amazing point about it is, I think what I would love to do, and if I was working in your position, is today I'm going to make, today's my turn to bring lunch to work, okay? Then I'm going to cook I'm going to cook a lot for my friends. So I'm Lebanese, so I will bring Arabic food, okay? Food from the Middle East, okay? And then tomorrow, maybe someone will make a nice African dish or like a shezinyama dish or something like that. And then maybe there's somebody else with another culture. They can make their culture food and bring it. And we can taste and learn about their culture and the food that they eat, okay? And you can learn about the food that I eat and why, okay? And understand. And then, wow, we can experience all new flavors, new things. How nice would that be if we could do that? It would be great. Anyway, right now, I want to have a bite with you today. So I'm going to go to my fridge and I'm going to fetch one food item that I'm going to enjoy with you. And we're going to do a mindful eating exercise, okay? Give me a second. I'm coming now. I'm coming now. And you can also grab something if you are at home or if you're nearby, a snack. Maybe you just pull out a little something. Okay, I'm coming now. Okay, I'm back. I just knocked over my computer stand. There we go. Okay, I'm back. Right, and you're welcome to fetch something. I managed to get this wonderful, yummy strawberry. Ah, that's nice, Mashaba. Thank you. There we go. Yeah, a cup of tea is also fine. We're going to do a mindful exercise, whether it's a drink or you have something, and we're going to have lunch together. So this is the mindful approach. First, we're going to smell it. What does it smell like? Smells delicious. Okay. Does it make a noise? No, not really. And I'm going to place it on my lips and I'm going to take a bite, but very slowly. Oh, delicious. Oh, slowly. And I'm really here. I'm really in the moment. And I'm enjoying it. And I'm chewing slowly. Because they say that it takes 20 minutes for our stomach to communicate to our brain that we are full. So a lot of the time we overeat and then we've eaten too much and we feel bloated and a little bit sick. So when we eat slowly, we give the food a chance to digest and reach the stomach. And then the stomach can say, I don't need to eat anymore, I'm full, which protects us from overeating and gaining weight. I'm going to have another bite. And if you got something, you can join me. Oh, delicious. You see, I'm really here in the moment because a lot of the time, if I'm watching TV or I'm doing something else while I'm eating, I'm not tasting the food. I don't want to live a life like that. I want to be present for the enjoyable and pleasurable things in life. Okay? I don't want to eat just for the sake of filling up my stomach. I want to eat because it is a pleasure to eat and it's something to enjoy. So let's take a sip or another bite of whatever you've got going. Oh, delicious. It's so yummy. So I can slow it all down. I can taste, I can smell, I can hear myself chewing. And if I'm sitting with you and sitting with my friends, we can have a wonderful conversation. You can tell me about your life. You can tell me about your day. A lot of the time with my family, we have a gratitude check-in, right? So before we eat, we'll say, what is something to be grateful for today? And that's always a good start to the meal and a good start for the conversation. Okay? Well, there we go. Thank you for having lunch with me and sharing your lunch. But why not get out there, be with your colleagues and share your lunch with them too? Why not? I think that's a great idea. Take care, dear friends, and hopefully we'll see you real soon. Have a wonderful day. And tomorrow's Friday. Friday was a Friday. The weekend is almost upon us. Yes, yes. It's a long week because there's no holidays. Take care, everyone. Thanks for joining today. Bye now.
Thanks, Mark.
Thanks, Michelle. Bye.